Many children and young people leave care with unanswered questions about their own lives before and during care. Life story work is an essential way of helping children and young people to find answers to these questions, integrate their past into their present, and move into their future. The goal of life story work is to create a secure base for children and young people to explore their story, their responses to it, and grow their confidence in making life choices in the future. The approach is not just to work with the child, but to nurture the emerging adult. All local authorities must carry out life story work. Many find the process to be challenging, and following inspections by Ofsted, many find that they have to improve their service. However, national guidance detailing what good life story work is does not exist. Provision is inconsistent across the country, impacting directly on outcomes for care-experienced children and young people. Our creative life story work approach is a solution to this problem. Between 2018 and 2020, Blue Cabin worked with South Tyneside Council, Professor Richard Rose from Therapeutic Life Story Work International, and 5 professional artists to pilot a new approach to life story work. The initial programme was funded by the Department for Education. Children and young people from South Tyneside had told South Tyneside Council that they needed a greater understanding of their own story, of how they came to be in care and improved access to their records. The approach was co-constructed with care-experienced children and young people, their carers, staff from South Tyneside, Therapeutic Life Story Work International, and our team of associate artists. Children and young people who took part told us, "I really enjoyed making a memory box and keeping my memories safe in there. The sessions have been excellent and fantastic. I really enjoyed doing art and sharing my thoughts and feelings." Foster carers who took part told us, "Fun for all, yet focused on the individual child to get them thinking of who they are, where they are from, and where they can go. My child was made to feel very comfortable. A really wonderful experience. I learnt a lot about my kids. It was a joyful and therapeutic experience that we are very grateful for." Evidence gathered showed that this approach has the potential to transform children and young people's experience of life story work by embedding a relational, narrative-based system into the local authority. The result of this initial programme is a 3-tier model of All About Me. All About Me is the initial entry point into creative life story work for care-experienced children and young people. All About Me provides them with the opportunity to understand who they are today, explore what's happening right now, and tell us their hopes and dreams for the future. Children and young people can either take part in All About Me creative experiences in a group setting facilitated by an artist and a pastoral support worker, or engage in All About Me direct work with a trusted adult such as a foster carer. More About Me. More About Me is a more in-depth process undertaken by a trained therapeutic life story worker alongside a child or young person and a trusted adult such as a foster carer that lasts 8 to 10 weeks. The process aims to support the child or young person to explore and understand questions about their past and present in a safe therapeutic environment. Therapeutic life story work. This is a more in-depth process too, facilitated by a trained therapeutic life story worker alongside a child or young person and their trusted adult such as a foster carer that lasts 12 months. The process aims to support a child who is stuck in processing an often difficult and complex past, which has featured trauma for them. The creative life story work model builds upon Richard Rose's earlier work by establishing Tier 1 All About Me as either direct work, one-to-ones facilitated by a social worker or a foster carer, or as creative experiences facilitated by an artist and a pastoral support worker in a group setting. Hosting monthly conversations for staff and foster carers so that they can talk about this work in a safe environment and share what is working, what might be more challenging, and what support they might need. Utilising Tier 1 as a diagnostic tool to ascertain whether a child needs to progress to Tier 2, More About Me, or Tier 3, Therapeutic Life Story work of the approach. Working with each local authority to develop policies and processes for life story work. Ensuring that some staff in each local authority are trained to diploma level in therapeutic life story work so that they can facilitate More About Me and therapeutic life story work tiers. providing ongoing training and support for staff and foster carers via an online learning platform. We're now rolling out this creative life story work approach in partnership with Darlington, Gateshead and South Tyneside councils, thanks to funding from the What Works Centre for Social Care. Over the next 12 months, we'll work with you to roll out this approach with groups of children and young people aged 5 to 17, and we hope that from 2022, all care experienced children and young people aged 5 to 17 and their carers can take part. By taking part in this programme, you'll benefit from peer support from Professor Richard Rose and staff from South Tyneside Council who were involved in the earlier work. You'll take part in online training to learn more about creative life story work. Coram and Ipsos Mori are evaluating the programme so that we can better understand the impact on children and young people, learning from what works and what doesn't. The learning will be shared with other local authorities across the country. We can't wait to get started, and we really hope that this project will help to improve the lives of care experienced children and young people across Gateshead, South Tyneside and Darlington, and that together we can help transform life story work for other children and young people across the country.